Following a post-mortem examination on the teen, Jay Slater's loved ones received some terrible advice. According to reports, the 19-year-old's body was discovered near the location of his last phone call in a secluded Tenerife valley. Jay, an apprentice bricklayer, vanished from view after going to an island music festival with friends. He never returned to his accommodation and is thought to have perished quickly after suffering a tumble or dive in the treacherous terrain. According to reports, Debbie Duncan, Jay's bereaved mother, received a terrifying warning following her son's autopsy. A dramatic video captures the instant a bus on a busy road catches fire. According to the Mail Online, the Slater family was told not to examine Jay's body in the morgue, which prevented them from finding the closure that many grieving families have from such viewings. According to the same article, the Slaters took very little comfort from the fact that the adolescent would have died quickly and hence would not have suffered for very long. Officials from Tenerife stated that formal identification and autopsy results would take time because the body was very deteriorated when the remains were originally discovered. On Monday, June 17, 29 days after Jay disappeared, his body was discovered by Spanish Civil Guard mountain rescue team members. We are working with agencies to arrange Jay's repatriation to the UK, and the remaining funds, along with any future donations, will be used to help with this if needed and to pay for Jay's funeral costs back home, posted distraught mother Debbie on their fundraising page, which has now surpassed the £70,000 mark. Please continue to spread the word about and contribute to our fundraising in any way you can because we want to give our baby the farewell he deserves. Because of the substantial amount raised, the family has been under increased scrutiny from trolls. Spokesman LBT Global has rushed to their defense on the internet. This hate comes from people who, I assume, have never had to repatriate a deceased loved one, stated Chief Executive Matthew Searle. These expenses can potentially surpass £20,000. Since it's the final thing they'll ever do for their child, these folks most likely haven't had to plan their own child's funeral or felt the urge to make it the biggest and greatest they can. Jay Slater's mother, a British teenager, has promised to give her son the send-off he deserves. Debbie Duncan, the mother of Mr. Slater, thanked supporters in a statement posted on a GoFundMe website and urged others to contribute to cover the expenses of his funeral and return of his remains. Mr. Slater of Osbaldtwistle, Lancashire, passed away in Tenerife, as verified by a Spanish court earlier this week. The court stated that Mr. Slater's various injuries were compatible with falling in a rocky terrain. Ms. Duncan posted the following on the GoFundMe website, which was created to raise money for the hunt for Mr. Slater. Hello, everyone. I appreciate all of your support, generosity, and condolences in light of the awful news that Jay's body has been recovered. We are really appreciative of your support even though we are overcome with grief. The remaining cash, together with any future donations, will be used to aid with this if needed and to cover Jay's funeral expenses back home, she continued. We are working with agencies to arrange Jay's repatriation to the UK. Please continue to spread the word about and contribute to our fundraising in any way you can because we want to give our baby the farewell he deserves. According to a court representative, the post-mortem examination report found that Mr. Slater's injuries were consistent with an unintentional fall. The remains were discovered on Monday close to the Tenerife municipality of Masca. The Canary Islands High Court of Justice used fingerprint technology to authenticate the identity of the body. Mr. Slater may have fallen in the hilly and difficult-to-reach spot where he was found, according to the Spanish Civil Guard. The body discovered on Monday in Tenerife has now been confirmed to be that of British youngster Jay Slater, who had gone missing. The body was discovered with Jay's belongings, according to reports. After fingerprints matched, the Canary Islands Higher Court of Justice determined after lunch on Tuesday that the body belonged to the 19-year-old. The court further stated that trauma consistent with a fall in a rocky area was the cause of his death. The body was discovered on Monday close to the village of Masca, the court reported. Prior to his death, Jay's belongings and clothes were discovered close to his last known location, according to charity LBT Global. Mr. Slater, of Oswaldtwistle, Lancashire, may have fallen in the hilly and difficult-to-reach place where he was found, according to the Spanish Civil Guard. After the finding, Lucy Law, a friend of Mr. Slater's who was last known,